What can this bowl of potato chips teach you about promoting your book? Hello, I'm Chris Well from DIY Author University, and this is episode number 2, Tell a Story. Now, at the university, which is an online thing, it's not a... Okay, many times I've told my students that when you're promoting your book, don't focus on the book, tell a story. The media doesn't care that you have a book. The media doesn't care that you're an author. The general public doesn't care. People on social media don't care that you have a book. Don't say, I have a book. Don't say, I'm an author, and expect people to fall over themselves trying to promote your book, promote you as an author. What you need to do is tell a story. A really good example is Lay's Potato Chips has recently done a campaign where they launched 4 novelty flavors, 4 new flavors. And just personally, I'm not a fan of novelty flavors for, cookies, snacks, potato chips. Anytime somebody comes out with some kind of novelty flavor, I'm very rarely excited about that novelty flavor. And in fact, in this particular case, I came across the end cap. I saw the potato chips displayed there, and I wasn't that thrilled because they were novelty flavors for potato chips. Let's see, one was a kind of sandwich flavor, one was a gyro, one was some kind of seasoned fries, and one was biscuits and gravy. And my initial thought was, I have no interest in these novelty flavors. And in fact, particularly thought, I have no interest in biscuits and gravy flavored potato chips. But then I noticed that these bags on the front had the names of people. All 4 of the flavors said submitted by and had the name of the person who had submitted that flavor. So I picked up the bag, picked up one of the bags, turned it around, and there's now a photograph of a person and a little quote from that person. This is the person who submitted this flavor, and here's a little quote. And now I'm interested, because now it's not a faceless corporation with, hey, we have potato chips, so what? Hey, we have novelty flavors, so what? Oh, now they've humanized it. There's a face. There are eyes looking at me. There's a quote from a person, and in fact, the flavor that we picked up was biscuits and gravy because it had the best story. Because all of them had their quote about why they liked the flavor. It had to do with, in one case, it was, I worked at a certain place. This flavor reminds me of the place I work at in this neighborhood. Another one is, I just love this flavor when I go to this particular restaurant, or I love this flavor because it reminds me of this town. Biscuits and gravy, the lady said. My grandma's in the South. She makes biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy make me think of my grandma. And that was a great story. My wife and I bought that flavor, biscuits and gravy potato chips, and I actually enjoyed them very much. So I was surprised. But here's the thing. It wasn't Lay's Potato Chips as a brand saying, we have potato chips, we have a flavor. They weren't hammering, hey, we've got potato chips, buy our potato chips. It was, this person told a story. And so you need to do the same. So this is what we're talking about. Tell a story. Now, what does that mean about you and your book? First of all, you can tell a story about you. What is something that's interesting about you? Why you wrote the book? What you overcame to write the book? How your life has changed that made you write the book? Or how your life has changed in the process of writing the book? Or how your life has changed after the book as a result of the book? Or tell a story about the book. Now, I don't mean the book itself. I mean around the book, kind of a behind-the-scenes story. What is the story about why you wrote this book? And 3, about the readers. Tell me a story about how people's lives are changed because they'll read this book. So that's what you need to do. Don't say, I have a book. Don't say, I'm an author. Tell a story, and you're going to get a lot further. So your action step, this time, I have to look at it here. Oh, this is your action step. I want you to go onto your blog onto one of your social media accounts. Obviously, it'll have to be one of the accounts that allows you to write at length, and tell a story. Tell a behind-the-scenes story about your book, about why you wrote the book, or how you came across this information, or something you learned doing the research for this book. Tell a story that's behind the scenes instead of talking about your book, and see where it gets you. You need an author press kit? We've got a checklist. Register for your free download at DIYauthor.com/checklist.
Are you still eating those potato chips?
It's for work.